Are you an empath or a highly sensitive person that makes it feel like when you go out in public or you're around large crowds, it just is really overwhelming with the energy? Me too. I have a couple things that might help you. So I used to always do like the bubble of protection around me, maybe put like a pink filter on it so that only love could get through. I also have had good luck in most cases with encasing myself in a box of mirrors, imagining a box of mirrors all the way around me with the reflection pointed out. So anything that came at me just reflected and bounced right back to sender, just turned to sender, right? Lately, those haven't been quite enough, and I've been coming home even from like the grocery store and stuff, feeling quite overwhelmed and bombarded with energy. Just some, increase in sensitivities for me, increase in psychic activity for me, and I just needed something a little deeper. So, what I've been doing most recently that has been incredibly beneficial to me in the car before I even get out of the car in the parking lot to go into the store, I imagine my skin itself is a mirror. Everything head to toe is mirror right on my skin, reflecting everything back. So there's not even any space in between the box of mirrors and me. It just is me. And when I think of this, I actually think about Mystique from X-Men, where her scales kind of like flip over when she's shape-shifting. And so it's almost like when my skin is flipping over with those little scales, they're flipping over to mirrors and covering me head to toe. Then the second thing that I do, over top of my mirrored skin, I pull on a big, thick, heavy cloak, imagining, not literally. Big, thick, heavy cloak. It always ends up being a deep purple for me. If you follow Willow Rain on TikTok, she is my very close healer friend, and she suggested this cloak to me, but I think hers comes up in like a deeper or royal blue. Doesn't matter what color, whatever intuitively comes to you is what you need most, right? So I imagine pulling it on, and I imagine pulling the hood over top, covering my crown, and all the way down covering my third eye, so that really all that's showing is the rest of my face, my hands. I actually even imagine flaps coming across to protect my throat, almost like when you go to the dentist and you get like the x-rays and they put that thing over your thyroid, almost like that, so that my throat is also protected. And so those few parts that are showing are the mirrored skin, so nothing can get through and nothing can penetrate. So give it a shot. If you feel like the kind of person who gets really overwhelmed in crowds, I was finding I was coming home from the grocery store and I needed to wash my hands all the way up my wrists and forearms really frantically with soap and water, and then drank like a huge glass of water because I felt so depleted and dehydrated. I was becoming highly anxious in the checkout line. Totally not a normal thing for me, but doing this technique makes me feel totally normal throughout, and I get home like a normal person. So if you have other ideas, put them in the comments. If you have any questions about this, let me know. But hopefully this might help some other people out there the way it's helped me. And for anyone who hasn't seen X-Men, here's your visual of Mystique changing. So see how that flips over? Just make a mirror.